you guys to another GT Sport beta video. This is day 9 now of the Gran Turismo Sport beta, and well, of course, loving it as always. We've been getting some good progress. We've been doing some good progress. We've actually got a new toy for us to actually use for today's live stream, and that is you know what, let me show you the car. If we can get, there you go. This is the bad boy, the Mercedes SLS AMG GR4. Now, this car I actually have been waiting to get for quite a while. I saw that everybody was getting that as like a free car at the start, but I couldn't really, I never really got it because, well, I never really got it because my first grade 4 car was a Mustang. Whilst I like the Mustang, it's not personally my favorite. So what we're going to do today is we are actually going to test it. We are going to bring it around the Nurburgring yet again, so that we can test this baby and actually hopefully get some good lap times. So ladies and gentlemen, if you would GT Sport in the future on this channel, don't forget to slap that to smash that thumbs up button. Okay, so
got your invite, pal.
Okay, so this Mercedes SLS AMG, the most obvious thing about it is obviously the going. Let's see, Ice Ninja Network. Thank you. Actually, thanks for the watch. Thanks for the watch, pal. If you actually want to see some actually good content from YouTube that isn't myself, then be sure to check out my friend Ice Ninja Network here. So, after you're done, because he does video game videos such as that I do and all that. So be sure to check him out with our first. But anyway, product placement aside, let's move on to the SLS. Okay. Okay. This car is actually very, very interesting. It's got a reasonable amount of power. It's got a reasonable amount of power. The looks are to die for. And unlike the unlike the SLS road car, this one doesn't really have a tendency to slide out it doesn't have a tendency of sliding its rear. Then again, that would be because I am actually turned on the traction control, not by much, just turned it to the medium setting, because I do not want a race car to be sliding out, unless it's at the Tokyo Drift style race, and then it would be like that. Anyway, as always, ladies and gentlemen, I am racing today with the Logitech G20 steering rig with the optional gear shifter, a manual transmission, and no braking assists or steering assists. So what you are seeing right here, ladies and gentlemen, is me going all out to entertain you guys, entertain the fans, and not just the fans, entertain everyone, honestly. And you know what, if you guys are new to the channel, I post daily Gran Turismo Sport beta videos. Like, until I'm gonna keep posting them until the beta itself is done. So, and actually some videos, like as soon as the full game actually gets released. So if you want to see that, and if you actually want to check out the channel altogether, and if you're curious about our YouTube channel and they're new, then you know what, be sure to subscribe and turn on our post notifications so you'll never miss another one of our videos. Dang it. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are about to enter the first race of day 9 of the beta, and well, I haven't been really doing well in terms of races as much, but I am confident because this SLS is quite a good car, and I do hope that, well, I don't think I'm going to be a high enough place, but I do hope that I can actually get somewhere. Because let's be honest, the Nurburgring is kind of one of the most tightest tracks in all of the beta so far, man. I mean, so far, all of our stuff's been tight. All of it's been, the track's always too tight and compact. There's never been a good place to overtake. So hopefully I'd be a high place. That being said, though, I'm going to start the race in 12th place. Bainey 70 is going to start off first in an SLS. Okay, so that means I've got SLS, but I got SLS buddies. There's a couple of people in. I think there's only one guy in a Hyundai Genesis, and that's Mr. Wowie 86. A couple of GTRs. One McGann from Mr. Jim Molo, and a couple of Siroccos by Mr. or Mrs. Avit 22. Excuse me, nice title. And THD Gamer. So we've got about a minute and 15 seconds until, well, around about a minute until the race actually starts. So we might as well get some practice. I mean, we're not going to get much practice because it takes about 78 minutes to actually finish a goddamn race here. Okay, interesting. There was was that a crash? I think. I mean, okay, so I know my layout of the track. As long as I stick by the racing line and don't cock up most of the corners and go and actually change whenever it says for me to change into like the certain gear, I mean, we should be fine. But we haven't run a race in this actually in the beta before, so I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, what do you guys think in the What do you guys think in the comments? Do you think I'm actually gonna end up winning for once, or do you think I'm actually gonna come stone dead last? I mean, we've got about 17 other racers, other combatants, and I'm in 12th place, so not a good place to start off from, but hey, not exactly a bad place either. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Where do you think I'm going to finish? Leave a comment down below right now where it is you think I'm going to end up, and hopefully I get a high enough position. Alright, so we are a go. Okay, this SLS definitely has the pull. Okay, you see what I mean by the track being tight? Actually, track being tight? I mean, my god. I've had to do some serious evasion there. Yep. 4C's gone off. Now all I have to do is tuck myself behind this GTR. All I have to do is tuck myself behind this GTR. I don't want to overtake him until I know for sure that I can actually achieve it. Because as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this track is way too tight for both of us to actually stay on the track. But the problem is, he's got quite a bit of pull. Lucky for me, I know my racing line, so I should be able to get the fastest line into these corners, into everything. I know when to brake, which is now. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yes. Nice. Sorry, Mr. Play Alley 213, but sorry to overtake you like that, buddy, but it was either you or me, and I preferred it to be you that crashed, to be honest. Oh. Okay, I'm catching up to the rest of the pack quite well. They must all seem to be slowing each other down. Either that, or all my times around the Nurburgring absolutely cocking up has actually improved my chances. I'm hoping it's that. I'm hoping that I've actually learned the track. I'm hoping I've actually learned the track rather than just hoping that everyone's shitting themselves, because honestly, that wouldn't be really a good sign as me. That wouldn't be a good thing for me being a racer and all. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have not crashed once. And we've made a couple of places. Just as I say we have not crashed, what do? We just go and goddamn crash, man. I mean, god dang it. But it hasn't set us back that far, so hopefully I can actually get that hammer down and actually hopefully I can actually get the hammer down and absolutely fly. Wait, I am 7 seconds ahead of Mr. THD Gamer. Wow. That's actually quite impressive. Okay, so hopefully this SLS can actually... I know the SLS has the power and the ability to actually absolutely fly, but whether I can actually get it to or not is another thing entirely. I mean, all these cars with the right set of hands can do wonders. It's just a question of whether or not I'm actually the right I'm the right guy for the job, you know? Besides, even if we don't actually win this race, I mean, our sportsmanship ranking has always been blue for this race. I mean, apart from the one minor crash, well, minor love tap that we had, I don't think there seems to be any sort of problems. Yeah, look at that. I even took the carousel, which is usually a very difficult corner to actually manage reasonably well. Okay. A little bit fast through that corner, but hell it. A thing that I like about this game is, see that actually you will note, ladies and gentlemen, the red like box beside on top of gear, and like what gear actually, and whatever, and the particular number. This is to indicate like which gear you should be in for the next corner. And well, honestly, listen to it. Honestly, if you were planning on getting this game, you'd be doing a huge favor if you actually paid attention to it, because if you do pay attention to it, you will actually not only get the hang of the circuit on where to go, but also you will actually be able to get quite a bit far from the rest of the competition, because not a lot of many people might actually just, you know, stick it into automatic and it does it for you, but I prefer getting hands-on with my vehicle. I'd rather do an actual manual shift, because in the right hands, as I said, in the right set of hands, manual can be really incredibly fast. It is actually really actually, in the right set of hands, a manual beats automatic every time. Again, with the right set of hands. If you're a beginner to the game and you want to try and go manual, I suggest actually having the like your braking assist and your steering assist on, but not too on. Like, have it on at a slow fraction, and I recommend starting with traction control like fully on to 5, then gradually with each race lower it down just by 1, so you can actually make it a little bit more difficult for you. That's what you should be doing in every race. You should be making the race a little bit more challenge for yourself, so you can actually challenge your brain, the mental you can actually challenge yourself. I admit, ladies and gentlemen, I finished the race in 9th place. Not that bad. I mean, I improved. I made up about 3 places from the start, so that's not bad. You know what, whilst we wait for the competition to pass, I've got a comment from Mr. Antonio Almada congratulating me on the race. I mean, appreciate it, Matt. Actually, and I appreciate the support, man. I mean, every little support matters, right? No matter how minor, the smallest things leave the biggest of impacts. As well, of course, congratulations to Mr. Picho07, who won with his SLS. I guess the better driver won. I mean, the SLS is a good car, I won't deny that. And we've actually got an all blue sportsmanship rating, so that should be something. And you know what, we're actually gonna prepare. We're obviously gonna do another Nurburgring race. So what we're gonna do is we're going to, I don't know, should we keep the car or get rid of it? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to... Actually, do you guys want me to keep with the car that I have now, the SLS? Or would you like me to change it up a bit? I mean, we could always go to our trusty Mustang, which has been with us since day one, man. I mean, this car has been our very first car that we've got, like, with the starter pack, along with the Subaru, and I'm not too sure what else. I think it was... Anyway, back on points. We can get the Megane, which is our, like, second best car for this. Or we can go with the underdog, the Alpha 4C, actually a good enough car, but maybe low. Although the downside about that, it's low on power. I mean, I'm gonna let you guys decide. Leave a comment down below right now. What car you think I should be, that you actually want me to take to the track against the 12.95 miles of Nurburgring with the SLS, the Mustang, the Megane, or the 4C. So, you know what? So yeah, leave a comment now what you think I should be doing. In the meantime, I'm going to take a look at the stats and... Oh, really? Apparently the car that I've actually like driven the most amount of miles in is actually the heaviest car. Wow. So yeah, the Mustang, I drove that at about 103 miles. Okay, now change view. Alright, so let's see what the people are saying. Actually, you know what? People want to go for Alfa Romeo. All right. Okay. We'll get the Alfa Romeo then. Might as well take this out. I mean, we haven't been in this in quite a while. We get a little bit of a boost of power. We get our car up to 301 brake horsepower from the stock 295. We weigh about the same. We weighed exactly the same as what we did last time, and we'll have the same tires as always. So there's nothing left to do except go in and readjust to actually, when we have to like adjust ourselves accordingly. I mean, but anyway, what do you guys think? Actually, I want to ask you guys a question. I'm curious actually. What are your thoughts on this game, this beta, if you want? What do you think of this game in general? Do you think it's going to be the PlayStation like a bestseller for the PlayStation formats? Do you think it's going to be a big flop like some other racing games, or do you think it's going to be like the other Gran Turismo's, system sellers for like the system? I mean, I don't know. Leave your thoughts down. What you think that this? Leave a comment down below what you think about what you guys think of this game. Me personally, I think I love the game. It looks fantastic. It looks absolutely fantastic. The cars drive as they should. The cars also sound as they should. What the? Okay, for some reason I always see... You know what? Knock the traction control up 1. Again, I don't want to get it too much, because if I do it too much, I'll lose some power. But anyway, back on to the question. What do you guys think of... What do you guys...
Gonna be great.
What do you guys think?
Project car will be on the top.
Let's see. I mean, personally myself, I think that the only thing that this has to worry about is... Well, the only game I think this has to worry about is... I think someone in the comments said that. Yeah, Project Cars. I think that's going to be the one that actually is going to be Sony's like big main rival, because Project Cars 2, we all admit, actually I will admit, Project Cars 1 wasn't really the best game, but Project Cars 2, I've seen gameplay footage of it, I've seen trailers, I've kept up to date with everything Project Cars 2 related. I've even pre-ordered my copy, so which means you guys will actually see some videos on that in the future whenever it's whenever that baby comes out. So if you want to see that, be sure to actually be sure to like turn your post notifications on if you're a subscriber, and if you're not a subscriber, to subscribe. So you never actually to subscribe, and turn on and also turn on the post notifications so you never miss any of our new videos. Anyway, back to the point of Project Cars 2. I mean, the game has rallycross, it has rallycross, it has off-road racing, and it has a huge list of cars straight out of the game. I mean, Project Cars 1 didn't have the biggest amount of cars at its launch. They kept on adding cars. They kept on adding cars to it by DLC, so that Namco Bandai can actually earn their money and get the thing up and running. I think that's how the people who actually make this game actually made their money, if not by crowdfunding. But anyway, Project Cars 2 is going to be the only. I think that Project Cars 2 has the potential to actually be one of the greatest driving experiences on the PS4, well, in next-gen consoles. It's going to be difficult because, well, Project Cars 2 and Gran Turismo. What one is going to be better? Honestly, I don't really know, because I need to play Project Cars 2 in order to actually make an opinion on like that game. Form an opinion on that. But so far, based on what I've seen and based on like the gameplay of Gran Turismo, based on the gameplay and based on everything that I've experienced so far of Gran Turismo, the gameplay of Gran Turismo is quite.
I don't have a big list, but the online version is very good.
Gran Turismo, I think it's Gran Turismo can make a comeback, because it's been ages since we've had a Gran Turismo, and we've never had one for this generation of consoles. So Gran Turismo has the potential to wow us all with HDR, with impressive looking graphics, HDR quality, HDR lighting reflecting off the cars, making them look insanely good, and the top of all 4K support for the PlayStation 4 Pro. I mean, that's just unbelievable. I mean, I myself don't personally have a PS4 Pro because I don't have a 4K TV, but even without it, the game still looks amazing and sounds amazing, and the cars handle amazing, even when I use a controller sometimes. That's a really important thing that other racing games don't look out for. They always pay attention to guys who use steering wheels and all that sort of stuff. They don't really like pay attention to the controller users, and that's kind of disappointing. The only one that I think did that was Project Cars. No, Drive Club. Sorry. Drive Club, the online fan base for that was nearly dead. But, okay, so enough distractions. We are in our race, so let us go. And besides, this year is actually a good year for racing, game fan patrons like myself. because we have got, actually, starting from June, we've got, well, Dirt 4, which is going to be an insane game. It is going to be absolutely mint. It's going to be fantastic. And yeah, and Dirt 4, honestly, the Dirt franchise I've really loved, and I've always been meaning to play Dirt Rally, but I've never really got a chance to do it. But when I did, at a fellow colleague on One Shots, actually no, it wasn't even, it was like our like producer. Whoa! Whenever I went round to the main office, I actually had my first attempt at that, and I gotta say the game was really good. It handled well, and the cars were it had a diverse lineup of cars, and the rallycross was fun. I mean, I love rallycross, and having it being depicted in a game, it's awesome. And haven't seen that be on not only Dirt 4 but on Project Cars 2. This should be something. This should be really good. Let's see. We also got the, as I've mentioned before, Project Cars 2 should be a game to look out for. Also, sometime in the future, probably not this year, but sometime in the future, Test Drive Unlimited free. I mean, if anybody personally, actually, if anybody know, actually, if anyone for the All Saints can confirm this, Test Drive Unlimited free is possibly, in my opinion, one of the best, actually was, one of the best racing games of the last generation. I mean, it had a storyline, it had very good cars, it had a huge open map in both Ibiza and Miami, and well, the game itself overall was challenging enough for hardcore racers, but not too challenging for newcomers. And I honestly thought it was way better than the first Test Drive Unlimited, which I didn't really hate, but I didn't really like love as much as I did Test Drive Unlimited 2. In fact, I actually loved it so much that I actually bought it twice. So me and my friend and colleague Gamerlord and I, who I'm sure you guys, actually that subscribers will actually know, what the hell? What? That is not cool, man. Really not cool. And I'm all the way in last. Okay, so this looks like I'm not gonna win in a hurry. But anyway, yeah, Test Drive Unlimited free should be a game to actually like look out for. And well, if you're saying it, and if you're gonna type in the comments right now and say, but SaintsKnight, Test Drive Unlimited free hasn't been confirmed. It sort of technically has, since Big Ben Interactive, who make the Sherlock Holmes games, you know, Crimes and Punishment, actually the last two Sherlock Holmes games, Crimes and Punishments and The Devil's Daughter, that I recommend you go get if you are one for like LA Noire detective style video gaming. But anyway, back on point. They have recently bought the rights to the Test Drive Unlimited, like Test Drive Unlimited license from Atari, Games, I believe it was. If somebody in the comments would like to actually let me know if I actually got that right. It was Atari and Eden Games, I believe. Now that I think about it. But anyway, back on point. And they said the test drive unlimited, and whenever the being like guy from Big Ben Interactive was asked like, will there be a test drive unlimited free? They said that they are going to be making another one. Actually, that they have interest in making another one, which basically in the world of video games mean it's confirmed. I mean, it might as well be confirmed at this point, right? It may as well be bloody confirmed at this point. But yeah, that should be another game to be anticipated for. And also, last of all, but by no means least, this game, Gran Turismo Sport. A game that actually holds, is very close to my heartstrings actually, because this was actually one of the first, actually Gran Turismo 4, I believe, was my first ever introduction to racing games and cars, well actually cars in general. And it's because of Gran Turismo that I actually, well, it's because of Gran Turismo that I actually like cars, and why I'm actually playing this to you right now, ladies and gentlemen, because I would never play a beta trial for a game unless I really wanted to get full on hands. Actually, I wanted to go like full on in with it, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going full on going full on diving in to the main, actually to this, and I'm actually hopeful that this game exceeds expectations. Actually, and this is actually quite close, but I'm gonna end up last. Of course I am. It was only a matter of time, ladies and gentlemen, that I actually ended up going last again. And you know, I honestly wish that my car had a little bit of NOS. I almost wish that this game had NOS, man. I mean, from like the good old days of the old style Fast and Furious, and maybe if you can, well, like Fast and Furious. I hope that Gran Turismo may actually add in a NOS feature. I highly doubt it will, but if they do, you can thank me later, ladies. You can thank me later. And you know what? Congratulations to Mr. Scuderia driver in the Nissan GTR. It was a tough race, but yeah. Let's see. Thankfully, I actually stay. I think I have the best, well, one of the best marksman, well, drivers, sportsmanship ratings. That's it. And well, let's see. Okay, so our next race is a Nurburgring race. You know what? I think that is a good place as any to wrap up this live stream. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for Gran Turismo Sport Day 9 of the Gran Turismo Sport Beta. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash that thumbs up button. Do not forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss a new video from us. And if you liked Gran Turismo Sport Beta videos, please, you know what to do. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. So until then, guys, farewell.